So how you like your president, man?
How do I like? Oh, okay. So real quick, so we're gonna talk about that, right? Our president. Uh, I'm not for president, but however, I think that he is somebody who is, for himself. Uh, the alternative would have been, this woman that she said she was a black woman, right?
She says.
She said she was black. I mean, there's some questions to that, right? There's some questions to or some hidden ingredients to examine, right? But I won't go into that right now. But the alternative would have been, in the name of inclusion and diversity, would have been the rainbow people in our schools, right? The rainbow people in charge of a lot of different things, and so and then there would have been, in the name of diversity, it would have been a lot of different genders, not agendas, different genders, right? So more than two. So what I do respect about this current president is that he has declared that there's only two genders, and I respect that about him. And that we're not going to have the rainbow organizations in charge of our children, like in terms of the schools and whatnot. However, I also know that he's a colored man who is for himself and his peoples, which tells us that we need to get our stuff together. So that's how I view it. I'm not a Trump supporter, but I'm not a supporter of that. Social engineering that's guised or disguised as diversity.
I don't deal with the change the sex shit. I'm not into that. I don't approve of it. But this guy told you when he was running what he was gonna do, and who he's gonna do it to. You understand? See, that's one thing I like about him.
Yeah, he's gonna tell. Now that's what I can see this, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna tell you what he's gonna do.
Yeah, and he's gonna tell you who he's gonna do it to, and this and that. And he did it. He did it. Now, when it comes to, you hit a good point, because I've been watching for the past month now on my news. That's the first thing I hit is my news. School. This nigga, first of all, the schools are not on a equal playing level as it is. What I mean by that is public school history books are not the same as private school books.
Correct.
They are something like two years ahead.
In the private sector, yes.
Ahead. In math, science, and all that good shit. So, we're going to get this fixed.
Well, check this out, God. He's trying to eliminate the Department of Education. Okay? Now, on face value, that's, that puts people in an uproar, right? In terms of, especially marginalized poor people. Well, what am I going to do with my children, right? And I empathize with that. However, we've also been taught going back to Elijah, saying, don't send our children to the temple.
Anyone's phone is simply by using their phone.
Okay.
Right? So this is really just giving us or alerting us to, or not only alerting us, is reminding us that we got to teach our own, and that we gotta figure out how to educate our children, get our children educated, because this devil is not trying to educate us, and if he is, he's not going to educate us properly. You got DeSantis in Florida talking about, taking black curriculum out of the schools. So this is why I love this nation, right? Because we have a curriculum. We have our 120, right? Okay. And from that 120, there's so much to feast on in terms of education, and we can teach our children.
Okay. All right. This again, I say I love the '60s. Those are the equality years. Elijah used to have on the back of his paper where he was pleading with his people, not just the Muslims, all black people, about building a hospital.
A hospital, okay. Yeah. We also said build our own too.
Yeah, build a hospital and a school. He was pleading, begging, donate to educate our own, and for us to have our own doctors take care of our own people, because of the shit that was going on then and still going on now.
Right.
Like, they are, what it was like last year, Woodhall Hospital in Brooklyn and other hospitals they had found where most women, black women that was going into these hospitals that was pregnant, was dying. They was just killing our women off, and children. So we have our own doctors take care of our. At one time, Allah was at the pharmacy, and he said he was going to teach the sisters how to have our own children. And I remember.
A few of us have done that.
Yeah, I remember as a kid in the South, we didn't have money for to pay the doctor to come out to the house. We didn't have the money. Them women was doing that
on their own.
Oh, she having it now. I'll be right over. Boil the water, girl. Now you got some towels. And they was giving birth right in the house.
Right.
We was having funerals right in the house. The living room, the casket sitting right up in there. I mean, everything was done that right there.
We've lost that.
Yeah.
We've lost that. See, and I see that Trump is reminding us of, like, you better get back to that.
We got to get rid of his ass.
Yeah. No. Well, I agree, but
you're right.
He's just a reminder, reminder that we need to get our own, because he is for his own.
Yeah. Hey, listen, y'all, us rich folks gonna hang together, and y'all poor people,
y'all just asked out.
Yeah, y'all done.
Yeah,
y'all done.
So that's what I think about our president and
what about the immigration?
On the immigration situation.
This is just me and you.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm still recording. I'm still recording, but I that's he's making enemies all around the world. He's making enemies, you know what I'm saying? And
not only with the immigration, but with the taxes.
With the tariffs.
Yeah.
He's making enemies with Canada. He's making enemies with Mexico.
Britain.
His
mother country.
Right. He's making enemies. You know what I'm saying?
He's the devil, God.
Okay, well, That's the bottom line. God, that's the bottom line.
Yes.
Only thing that now with Kamala, it would have been a lot more. To me, it would have been more covert. You know what I'm saying? It's like the lesser of two evils. You see what I'm saying? Like the lesser of two evils is still evil. That's how I see it.
All right, you're not gonna get a righteous deal out of the politicians, period.
Right.
Cause they ain't nothing but a bunch of lies.
Well, for me, God,
You'd have got a better handshake with her.
Oh.
I know that's a hard pill for you to swallow, but you'd have got a better handshake.
I would, God. What I have a hard time with is the children being.
I can understand that.
With that diversity in the disguise of diversity. That's what
I wouldn't have settled for that either.
I would. And that's what my issue. But I'm just saying more so. First of all, looking at the politics on a federal level is telling me, we ain't got our shit together. We ain't got no dog in that fight because that's a level that we can't even play because we don't have it together on a local level.
Yeah, well, where's our politicians at?
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So we got to get it together on a local level first and foremost. Whether that's gonna be done in the next 4 years or however many years. I don't know how many. We don't have too many years left.
Yeah, we need somebody to speak out. We need somebody to speak out for us.
Yeah.
But
she wasn't gonna speak out for us. She wasn't. She said it. She had this recordings of her saying, "I'm not gonna do it for all black people."
Yeah, well.
See, these are the hidden ingredients that again, and this is what our nation has taught me about the hidden ingredients. The hidden ingredients, you better learn how to read
Okay.
the hidden ingredients. And politics is a lot of hidden ingredients.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, immigration shit. See, I go along with about the bad apples. Okay, I don't mind you snatching the bad apples out, listen and sitting their asses home, especially if you got a record of these guys in the courtroom. You gonna arrest this guy how many times? Definitely send his ass back.
Yeah.
You should have sent him back the first time. Now, but you talking about sending people back that gonna got children here, that have birth children here who are citizens because they were born here. Send them back. I don't care. Go with your mother. Go with your mother. If that is so, why is your damn wife and son is still here? Why ICE ain't on their butt?
That's a political game.
No, you can't be better than me.
No, right. No, you're right. Now, like you said, God, in politics, you're not going to get a righteous deal. Well, at least not at this level, because it's so corrupt.
I'm surprised the people ain't said nothing.
Because there's so many different. Listen, God, I got into a discussion with a brother where he was so pro-Trump, right? And I know why he was saying it, because he felt like Trump is going to usher in another era of PPE loans and another era of stimulus checks and yeah, this is what this is what these people now.
And here's the guy cutting Social Security, and he gonna give out stimulus checks.
Yeah. See, but God, but this conversation, God, I think that what we got to do is fix ourselves on a local level. It just keeps reminding me, get your shit together.
Definitely.
Get your shit together.
We have to, man. I mean, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts.
And we can't like whether
we gotta do it. We gotta start at home. We gotta start.
Bottom line, it's start at home, and we can't put that in no politician's hands. Not as a nation. Not as a nation that teaches that the black man is God, the white man is the devil, the black woman is the earth, and the babies are the greatest. Right?
Okay.
This is what our nation teaches.
Okay.
And if we teach that, we definitely cannot be out there trying to bank on, this DEI inclusion thing that is, got a lot of hidden ingredients, nor this economic hitman that took hostage of the White House.
Oh, must.
Right? So either one of them, you know what I'm saying, it's more like, let's not even talk about that. Let's talk about how we gonna come together and build for ours. That's my mindset.
You got to.
Yeah.
You got to.
That's my mindset, And talking politics, it always gets, the fever running with people.
We got to do something. We got to do something, especially about the school. Just to show, just show the people that we are sincere and that you can trust us. You got to win the trust
of the people.
If you ain't got no trust, you ain't going far.
Yeah.
I mean, my man C.L.R. told me there was a group of sisters some years back in the school and was asking the nation to donate some money, with them to buy land in Africa. And ain't nobody followed through, but they went on and did that.
And did that, wow.
Yeah, went and bought them some land in Africa. And the amazing thing is that we haven't heard from the sisters yet. So far. I'm just saying, man, there's shit out there we can do.
Yeah, I would like to know more about that because, I got some students in
I have
South
to get
Africa.
my info from CLR because he was more on that than I was.
Yeah, I got to build with CLR because he's Just be careful with them sisters trying to get your money, man. Be careful about that, man.
Oh, no, man. Hey, listen. I'm wise. I'm not going to say that I'm all wise. I'm wise. And I know when a motherfucker's trying to... or even if it's not trying to play me, I got my motherfucking eyes open. I will see how far your shit is going to go because I believe in the old saying, let them keep on talking.
Let them keep talking, right?
Yeah, you're going to tell on yourself.
Right.
So, me, myself, I was keeping this conversation. Oh, you are the most beautiful thing in the world. That's why you want to mess with me. Oh, this is I am. This and that. She was fine. This and that. I said, girl, what happened to the men in your village? They don't see what I see.
Right.
They don't see what I see. And she was talking about, she was in an affair, it didn't work out, this and that, so. I said, girl, I get you a ticket and bring your ass out of there over here, and there'd be a mob of motherfucking brothers at the airport trying to get to your ass. What are you talking about? I said, I just don't understand it, but I got some more. Listen,
man, you having fun, man. I just, because this online thing is.
I don't mess around.
Yeah. I just, you got to be careful. You know what I mean?
But my nieces and them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they gonna be protective. They gonna.
No. And even the home attendant I got. That I showed her,
No.
That's a scam.
That's a scam.
It's a scam. Like that.
Yeah. Let me get up out of here, God.
Okay.
I appreciate you, Almighty.
I appreciate you too.
You must do your own research, as I did.
INFMEGA did this.